We live, as everybody knows, in a politically divided country and a divided Congress. Reaching agreements is not easy and, quite frankly, does not take place very often here in the Senate. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, without casting blame, it just doesn't happen. So reaching a compromise among people who look at the world very differently is not easy. But in this process, Senator John McCain of Arizona and I have tried our best to come forward with an agreement. It's an agreement which I'm sure he is not 100% happy about, and I can fully assure you I am not 100% happy about. I would have written a very, very different bill.
I respect the fact that Bernie Sanders is known as a fighter, and it's been a pleasure to do combat with him. We were able to come together, I believe, in a way that will help to relieve this terrible tragedy that seems to have befallen our nation's veterans. But I've found in my experience that when tough compromises are made, usually that's a sign of bipartisanship and a sign that it's a good piece of legislation.
I hope that we will be back on the floor to continue the effort to deal with the many unmet needs of veterans. But right now, we have a crisis on our hands, and it's imperative that we deal with that crisis. And to my mind, the essence of the crisis is that we have learned that in many parts of this country, not all parts, but many parts of this country, veterans cannot get the timely care that they need.
It's the system that needs to be fixed. So I don't want anybody who is associated with the Veterans Administration to believe that we are criticizing them. Perhaps we could put some of our other differences aside that have beset this body and move forward and address this legislation as quickly as possible and begin to repair the damage, because we have, for all intents and purposes, in some ways betrayed the brave men and women who are willing to go out and sacrifice for the well-being and freedom of the rest of us.
Let's focus on the needs of veterans. Let's not make them political footballs. And I hope very much we can proceed in that direction.